just want to ask y'all. First of all, just want to ask, you know, what's it been like coming in, having Coach Carter come in and change the culture a little bit? You guys a little bit of a new look for the team, and how have you guys helped you all that's up here and the other guys you guys got back at home buy into that?
I'd say it's a very he was a lot more energetic than these last 3 years I've been within the football program. We've done a lot more hitting drills, a lot more running, a whole lot more running than we did these last 3 years. So I think him coming in and just being able to give us that energy and intensity we need is just what we need for this program to move on forward.
I would say that knowing he's a competitive coach and he's real passionate, it makes you as a player want to do better for the rest of the team and as for yourself. Knowing that just pushes you and helps the team along and come together as a better team.
Like what Tate and Rashad said, I like his intensity, the way he goes at things. He pushes all of us to be a better player, and he just keeps going.
Yeah, he's very energetic, and one thing about him, he's not gonna let you give up, no matter how hard it gets. He's just gonna keep pushing you and riding your back till you get it right. And that's what I like about him.
Yeah. And you know, Coach mentioned you two right here, Rashad and Tate. Rashad, he said you surprised him. So, kind of talk about what you bring to this team and what are some things you can do to help this team be successful next year.
Playing the leadership role, helping the upcoming people, knowing their spots, leading them, and making sure everyone gives their best effort. Last year I didn't get to play much, but I'm working off the off season, wanting to play this year, and want everyone to do well and compete this year.
Yeah, and Tate, you said Coach said kind of like a Swiss Army knife on the team, kind of play you in and play you anywhere. Where are some places that you've impacted this team so far in this off season, and kind of what makes you such a utility player?
I would say most definitely on the D line, being able to help out people, just being able to call out the plays, show them where they needed to go. I mean, playing center. I mean, I'm not the biggest, but I'll still hit you, so it don't matter. But being able to just figure out how to play center, just being able to snap the ball now. Or last year is just, I mean, I never played really center or anything like that, but being able to grow into that position, I would say helps out a lot.
Yeah, and I know, like Coach said, running the ball, obviously, physicality is a big emphasis for you guys this year. I mean, how have you guys taken on that challenge of being more physical on both sides of the ball this year?
I would say for me, wrestling helps a lot, and for me to use my aggression for wrestling and use the stuff I learned from wrestling as well in football helps a whole lot with you gaining yards, fighting for more yards, and so on.
I would say, I mean, yeah, the physicality has been a lot more than I've seen in a team. I mean, you got people like Kenneth Blue, he runs up the middle and you don't know what he's gonna do. I mean, he might hit sticky, he might do whatever he wants to do. But Shad, I'd say I was really surprised with Shad too, after coming back from a knee injury, just being able to move the weight he's been able to move. And like I said, I did wrestling. I went against him over there. Fortunately, lost, but whatever. But I just think I think being able to do wrestling is a lot more helping me be able to tackle a lot better and hit people.
Yeah, and well, Rashad, I didn't know you coming back from a knee injury, so we would kind of want to talk a little bit more about that. What was that process like for you?
It was life-changing because it happened in the AAU basketball season, and I was just getting to my groove and stuff with basketball. So when that happened, it took a couple months to heal, and then I was working harder than ever. And then as soon as I got back to getting on the field, I re-injured it, so I was out for the rest of the season. And then when basketball came along, I played, and I just stayed in the weight room and kept getting better.
Yeah, and I mean, now that you back with this group, I mean, how have they helped kind of bring you in, prop you up as kind of a leader now? Because you're up here with the guys that coach selected. I mean, how has that been for you to come back and be one of the guys for this team?
It felt pretty good. Knowing that I've already played with these people my sophomore year and I already had bonds made with them, I just knew that they had my back and I had their back. So it just pushed me and them to keep going further.
Yeah, I got a question. Y'all made a point of stressing that the coach is really energetic. Can you give us examples or specific examples of how energetic the coach is? Let's start from this side.
I would say, by I mean energetic, I mean always working on little steps. I mean, they're not always jumping into big passes down the field, no big run plays, stuff like that. They're always worrying about the little things. I mean, that's what matters the most. I mean, I make a mistake. I mean, I'm getting a whole earful of words. So, I mean, I would say the energetic part comes with that. Them always just being able to just push us forward, and them coming out every day helping us when they could be at home doing what they want to.
I would say it brings this overall energy to the team. It makes people happy, and it gives people energy enough to push themselves and better themselves as a team. And you can't slack. You can't slack off. You got to keep pushing yourself every day to get better and thrive.
With him, the fact that we got 9 a.m. practices, and sometimes whenever we go to the weight room or to the field first, he's just that ball of energy, and it makes the whole entire team, even though some people might not be morning people or whatever, it just brings the energy out of them and wants them to push hard.
Have you ever tried wrestling him?
I would.
You would?
Yeah, I would.
I would, but
That might be a fundraiser.
I'll say, sometimes in the morning we could be dead, we could be silent. We just waking up. One thing about him, if we don't get it right, or he gonna get on us, or he's gonna make a joke or try to be funny and uplift our energy. And he's gonna make sure we have a good practice no matter how hard it gets or how we feel about it, you feel me? So, yeah, he just uplifts us more and wants us to go harder.
Yeah, and Kenneth, I know you one of the leaders on the defensive side of the ball, and also too one of the best defensive backs in this county in the conference. So, I mean, for you, what does it mean to come back to Jordan Matthews, with the new coach and with these guys that you played with, and help lead them to try to make that next step into next year?
I mean, as long as, I just want to play their part as hard as they can. You feel me? I know last year, I could have done better. I know I got injured a couple times, you feel me? But that ain't stopped me from keep grinding and trying to get back on the field. So I just want to see them in their spotlight and see how they do it.
Yeah, and also too, I wanted to ask. I know you guys got some former teammates going around the county that you guys will see. Guys you played with in high school, friends with, that are now opponents in the county. So how does that make those rivalry games with Central, Northwood? How does that make those games, even more important this year for y'all?
I would say, just seeing Nick and Brendan going to the rival school. I mean, JM has a big rivalry against Central. I think I hope the best for them. I hope they do well. But I do think it will be a big game to play, because I feel like there'll be a lot more intensity with them. Rajay going over to Northwood. I was pretty close with Rajay with baseball and football. So I would say, just like I said, I hope he does successful too. I do think that will be a big game to play too, just to be able to, hopefully I can see him and hit him at least once.
Yeah, similar to what he said, playing them and being able to play against your old former teammates make the game a lot funner, and it just makes you want to try harder.
And last question, but I know you guys know the history of JM football with Coach Carter. I know he's shared that a lot with you guys. I mean, with him being so passionate about bringing that back to where it was, I mean, how much you guys are internalizing that this year and trying to work towards, work towards that direction as far as the team?
I've known, like, I used to go to the JM games a lot because my cousin used to play back in 2013. So I know they've always been pretty good. I mean, yeah, there might have been a little off years, but they've always been pretty good. Even my dad back in '98, remembering JM whooping Northwood's tail all the time. I would say, I mean, I would like to regain that history of JM football back, where on Friday nights they're like, we can't take this game lightly. We got to take it seriously.
Proving people wrong. That's all I would say about that.
Same thing Shad said, proving people wrong, and also just regaining our history. But
Sunday, it's gonna be a lot of proof, especially knowing we're a slept on team. So we just will come back harder than ever this season.
That's it, gentlemen. Thank you very much. Let's get a group picture of you all.